But at the end of the day, the question was, when did the TGA become aware of the deaths of a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old from cardiac arrest, which in a short time frame from having a COVID vaccination?
I'd have to take on notice the dates that they were reported, those individual cases, to the database of adverse event notifications. As I've said before, we have almost 1,000 reports of deaths temporarily around the same time as COVID vaccination, of which 14 have been determined to be related to COVID vaccination.
These are
so there are probably many more people under 20, 30, whatever age you care to call, that have been reported to us. But these reports do not indicate causality. And
you do have in front of you two notes for file which relate to both of the incidents which have been obtained on freedom of information, both of which I think do draw a conclusion that they were as a result of the COVID vaccination.
No, that is incorrect, Senator. If they were as a result of vaccination, we would have put an announcement. They were not concluded to be associated with the vaccination.
So these were just a 7- and a 9-year-old who just died of... How often do 7- and 9-year-olds die of cardiac arrests?
Unfortunately, it's not as uncommon as you think.
Really?
So, yes. So, in fact, if you look, especially in associated with sporting events, somewhere between 1 and 200 Australians die of what we call sudden cardiac death, under 30, so admittedly they're often people in their teenage and 20s, but sometimes they do go younger. They are rare, but they're not unknown. You have over 100 people, often they're football players on the football field.
So why is it then, or in fact, were the death of these two children relayed to a Tagi at any time thereafter? Because I believe these happened very early on in the vaccine rollout.
It's TGA's responsibility, again using an external vaccine safety investigation group, to determine causality, because they were not seen as being associated with vaccination. That is incorrect, Senator.
Can I follow up on Senator Antic, Chair?
He's got 37 seconds left.
He can,
so it's up to Senator Antic.
yes, Senator Roberts.
Freedom of Information request 3727 from Queensland. Dr McCann requested causality assessments for all of the reported deaths in the Dane database, which on negotiation was reduced to 11 documents, of which 10 related to Dane death reports. These documents showed the TGA had assessed as causally linked to COVID vaccines deaths that are not included in the 14 deaths from COVID injections, including the 9-year-old and the 7-year-old.
Senator, the statement you've just made is false. Absolutely false.
It's in a Freedom of Information request.
Yes, and it's absolutely false. Go and read the Freedom of Information and see what it actually says. We have reported every death that has been associated with these vaccines. Why on earth would we hide a 7- and 9-year-old?
That is the question.
That is the question.
We are not. We have not.
You're sounding very defensive about it,
Professor. No, I'm not very defensive. I actually have the FOI in front of me.
We'll
deliberately misinterpreting it.
The committee suspends. The committee suspends. Broadcasting is off.